New Jersey golfers, did you know the North...
All right. Okay, what's on we got? Career. The Wetlands.
EA Sports and the PGA Tour proudly present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today, from the Wetlands, it's live opening round coverage of the Florida Classic. This promises to be a fun 4 days, a lot of storylines to get to as we check out the early leaderboard. We've got a tie at the top at 6 under par. We begin the inward 9 at the Wetlands with the lengthy par 3 10th, 246 yards, 3 bunkers protecting the front of the green, and anything long or left has a chance to be wet. We'll pick up the action here on the tee at the par 3 10th.
Wet. Let's see. It's 9.
And that one not on the green, but not in a terrible spot either, sitting up in the short grass. Now, from the apron, second to the par 3.
Let's get Paul. Get Paul, get out of here.
Safely in. It's a par here at the 10th. And he'll stay at level par.
Par. 6 back.
Par 4 11th. Frank, we're looking at 443 yards.
Yeah, the Wetlands Golf Course is a really good driving course. This is another example here, Rich, where the fairway's just wide enough to reward a good tee shot, and then those 2 bunkers don't really come into play. But Wetlands becomes very difficult when you just start to stray a little bit off the fairway. Then you start to see why those bunkers are put there.
No problems there. That's going to wind up safely in the fairway. Second shot coming up. Let's check in for the first time with Notavigay III.
Looking at 114 yards to the front of the green, 141 to the hole, standing on even par, looking to go under for the day.
Too much.
Well, it was either too much for breakfast or a little too much club, and that's going to leave a very tough downhill next one.
Just going to sneak on by.
even.
So that brushed in for par here at 11, and he'll stay at even par. Up next, the first par 5 of the back 9 here at the Wetlands, the 576-yard 12th wide fairway with no real trouble off the tee. So it is a good time to let it rip.
Sit. Okay.
That's it. 2 solid shots right there, Frank.
Certainly taking advantage of this par 5, comfortably on for 2.
This one right about 20 feet now for eagle. Oh, boy, the pace was perfect. He just didn't quite want to go down. But what a well-played hole. Nothing to it. It's a birdie here at 12.
Oh my God.
Here we go at the par 4 13, 452 yards. What's the best angle of attack?
The straight line really is the best way here, like a lot of holes on the golf course. But straight, as we know, is not often easy. Fairway does start to widen up the further out there you get it. So for the longer hitters, this hole actually plays relatively easy. For the shorter hitters in that narrow area, that'll leave you a lengthy second shot where you just might have to bisect the 2 front greenside bunkers.
Second shot coming up. Let's bring in Iona Stephen.
Just a little under 120 yards to the front. 135 to the hole. Wind coming from behind, so you'll need to be careful where you land it.
The ball was always heading a little bit right, but inside 10 feet, there's nothing wrong with that on this hole.
6 feet now for birdie. Nicely done. 2 straight birdies here early on this backside. Our featured golfer in a good position, you'd have to say. Just 3 shots off the pace after round 1.
Just got to keep the leaders in check, though. Can't afford to get, further away.
So for
What?
EA Sports and the PGA Tour proudly present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today, from the Wetlands, we bring you live second-round coverage of the Florida Classic. Things starting to slowly take shape here on this Friday. For some, it is a race for the top prize. For others, it's a fight to stick around for the weekend as we show you the leaderboard. The leader is Tom Hoagie. He's currently at 8 under. We'll pick up the action here on the tee at the par 3 10th.
That was too short. Maybe not. Oh.
That one safely on the putting surface. Now, from long range, this for birdie.
Too much.
Yeah, that's a pretty good putt.
Man.
Just a little bit off the mark. Nicely done as he rolls that in for his par. And he'll stay at -3. Par 4 11th hole, 443 yards. Frank, what's the best way to play it?
Nice straight drive off the tee, then really reduces this par 4 to size. Then those bunkers short and left don't really cause an issue. Green's a little tiny though, but even if you miss that green a little bit on the right side, it's a relatively simple chip.
Yeah, nothing to fault there. Good balance, good follow through, and a good start to this hole. Down on the course, let's check in with Nota Begay III.
He's got 135 yards to the front, 147 to the hole. Wind definitely hurting in his face.
Could have just done with a little bit more for breakfast. Just a little short. Maybe I'm being harsh. It's a good shot.
7 feet now for birdie. Okay, that ball on line all the way. It's a birdie here at 11. And he'll get it to 1 under now for the day, 4 under overall. So on this back 9, we started with a par 3, then a par 4, and now we get to a par 5. The 12th is 576 yards.
Yeah, nice blend of holes there that you've just referenced. 11 bends to the left, consequently 12 will bend in the other direction. Good drive required. From there, just setting up perhaps, 7 iron, 6 iron, into a green that's sort of fairly uniform in shape and should present a birdie with a good second shot.
Next week, the Florida swing continues. Frankie, it's a home game for you. That's always nice as we head to Orlando and Bay Hill for the Arnold Palmer Invitational presented by MasterCard. Always a good week.
No, it certainly is. Get some home-cooked meals, that's for sure, and get to watch people play. I just love the finish at Bay Hill. 16, 17, and 18. So many tournaments where things have gone awry over that very stretch.
Has to be thrilled with that second shot here to the par 5. Frank got everything out of that.
Yeah, did well just to advance the ball so far down the fairway. And now a fairly straightforward third shot.
Too much.
10-foot putt left. Wow, just a hair off target. And those are the ones that'll drive you crazy. That one safely in. It's a par here at 12.
Terrible.
And he'll remain at 4 under. Now to the par 4 13th. Frank, what are the options here?
Well, another straight one required here, Rich. It's 450. It's not overly long in today's standard, but still, that fairway widens up where the longer hitters will actually hit. And bunkers, once again, short of a green. So as long as you can fly that second shot to at least the front of the green, then they really do not come into play.
Yeah, good swing and a good result, as that is safely into the fairway. Gotta think this an extra half club or more as he sets for his second into the wind.
Fucking one again.
A little further right, a little further up. That would have been close.
A birdie opportunity here at 13.
And this very makeable here. I see almost no break.
You betcha, what a roll there. That is in for a birdie. And he moves to 2 under for his round and -5 overall. Good par 3 here at the 14th. It's a little bit more than 200 yards, Frank.
And there's a bunker short. So you've got to fly that coming in there. And if you do miss time one, that's when that body of water to the right really comes into play. Typical Floridian golf, but high-flying, soft-landing tee shot, once again, is the goal. Well, this is straight at it.
It's a really good line. Oh, yeah, nice shot there, right of the hole, and he'll have that for his birdie. Another rolled in there. Birdie's now at 13 and 14. And that's going to move him to 6 under par. Final par 5 on the backside here at the Wetlands, 590 yards. The last par 5 on this golf course is the 15th. It's 590 yards. You think, Frank, this is the time to be aggressive?
Certainly is. Longer hitters must be licking their chops on this par 5. 300-plus yard tee shot, you can definitely get home. Shorter hitters, just set it up for a nice wedge shot. But if you are going to go at this par 5 and 2, well protected by those 3 bunkers.
Still better than 3 bills away as he puts forth his second to the par 5. Well, just a good solid shot right there with that 3-wood, Frank.
That's an aggressive layup, really, trying to force that 3-wood down and get it as close as possible to the green. That's 2 good shots if you can't reach the par 5.
was terrible.
Maybe not what you're hoping for from that number, but no damage. It's on the green. Oh, yes, a perfect putt there. It is in for birdie here at 15. And that's going to move him to 8 under. So our featured golfer here, pretty solid through the first 2 days, safely through to the weekend and squarely in the conversation.
That's right, Rich. Get off to a good start tomorrow, throw a few birdies in early, and could make it extremely exciting come Sunday.
So for Frank Nobilo, notably gay the third, Iona Stephen, and a cast of hundreds, I'm Rich Lerner. You've been watching PGA Tour Golf on EA Sports. So long. EA Sports and the PGA Tour are proud to present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. This afternoon from the Wetlands, we bring you live third-round coverage of the Florida Classic. Well, if yesterday was any indication, we should be in for a memorable weekend of golf here as we take in the leaderboard on this Saturday. And we've got a packed group at the top with a tie at 12 under. Let's pick up the action here as we begin at the long par 5 first. And that a wonderful tee shot. It's in the fairway here to get this Saturday started. Still well over 300 yards to the flag, so getting this to a good number, the key here for his second. I'm not sure he got every bit of that three-wood trying to get home to this par 5 and 2, but still in the ball game for a birdie.
Oh, too much spin. Shit. Try to spin that back. But not like that. Too much.
Didn't get it all the way there, but I think he'll be able to finish that off and walk to the next tee in pretty good shape, Frank.
Yeah, not going to get a prize for being a hero, but no damage done.
Okay, that's in for par here at the first, and he's going to remain at 8 under. Here now at the first par 3 of the day, the 225-yard second. Bunkers front, left, and back, the only real trouble here. Now to the second, par 3, 225 yards.
Take it.
Oh, that is just about perfect right there. Very well done. So now eyeing this one for birdie. Okay, no problems there. Finishing off a birdie at number 2. And he'll move it to 1 under for his round, -9 for the tournament. Up next, the 460-yard third, a hole that is flat, long, and straight as an arrow. Great driving hole here on the first par 4 of the round. Is starting up the right side. Yeah, just what you want at this point in the round. You're trying to find a rhythm, hit fairways, hit the middle of the club face. That's what they did right there. This is where club selection is so important. Second shot into that stiff breeze. I like the looks of this one.
Ooh, nice.
Just stellar iron play there. Game becomes easy when you're putting for birdie from that close. Nicely done, and things looking good early. That's birdies at 2 and 3. And he gets it to 2 under for his round. 11 under now for the tournament.
Streak going here.
What a hole this is, Frank. Par 3 4, 250 yards. We're teeing off right in front of the swamp there.
You might see the odd alligator pop its head up. When you look at this, if you want to be clever, you can sort of hit a little cut in here, Rich, and then it'll work with that C-shaped green. That'll keep the tee shot away from the bunker that protects the middle. And you never know, it might just sneak in a birdie.
Too much.
And that one not on the green, but not in a terrible spot either. Sitting up in the short grass. I think he'll be fairly pleased with that, Frank. What do you think?
I certainly do. It was so good.
Okay, that one finished off. It's a par here at 4. And he'll stay a couple of shots off the lead. Coming now to another long par 5, the 635-yard fifth. Short hitters do not have to worry about the swamp on the left, but it may come into play for long hitters trying to get home in too.
Stay left.
And this, a tee shot that fits the eye, and that'll be just fine. Now a second from well over 300 yards. This will be about positioning. I wouldn't say he's dominated the par 5 to this point. Still a lot of work left here.
The beauty of this game is you get to choose your own strategy. It's a 3-shot hole. There's a lot of different ways to try and reach this par 5 in 3 shots. Still, this third shot is going to have to be hit on the button.
Outstanding strike right there, right off the center of the club face, and a good chance for birdie. Yes, a good read. It's a birdie here at 5. And he's got it to 14 under par. So for our featured golfer, some good playing and some favorable scoring conditions here on this Saturday. But they'll look up at that leaderboard and see they're still well back.
But I think the goal really is to try and shoot back-to-back great rounds, Rich. If anything better than that, maybe leader takes a stumble. You can't control that, but at least get out there tomorrow, shoot as low as you can.
Till next time, for our entire cast and crew, I'm Rich Lerner. This has been a presentation of EA Sports.
All right, last round. See how it goes.
EA Sports and the PGA Tour so proud to present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. This afternoon, we're in the Sunshine State for live final round coverage of the Florida Classic.
22.
It is the great challenge that all these golfers face, trying to string 4 solid rounds together, trying to best Mother Nature and this course, and trying to beat the entire field as we check the leaderboard. Our leader is the former Georgia Bulldog, Keith Mitchell. He's really putting things together. He's at 22 under par. So let's get out and pick up the action as we head to the tee at the par 5 15. And that will do just fine. So in the fairway, but a pretty good number to carry here for a second to the par 5. That's what he wanted to do. After the tee shot, puts himself in really good position here on the par 5.
Fuck. Get the fucking line.
Okay, it's not stone dead, but that's not too bad. 8 feet now for birdie. Ah, yes, never in doubt. It's a birdie here at 15. It's a 16 under par. 16th hole at the Wetlands is a par 4, 455 yards.
Once again, another reward for a straight tee shot, but this green heavily guarded by sand. So, good tee shot, and, well, this one, you're going to have to hit one of the better iron shots required at Wetlands.
Make that hump. Come on.
Ah, that is made to measure right there, right in the center of the fairway. Walking the course today, let's bring in Nota Begay the third.
145 left to the hole, coming off a birdie on the previous, looking for 2 in a row.
Good approach shot. And birdie putt coming up. Approach shot just a little right, little short.
Yes.
This round finishing strong. Back-to-back birdies now at 15 and 16. And he moves to 17 under par. Another longish par 3 here at the Wetlands. This one, the 238 yards, 17th. A bunker on either side of the green. The tee shot fits a golfer that can shape it a bit from right to left. Okay, that one's dancing. That's going to scoot a foot or two by. No problems there. That's a par here at 17. And he'll hold tight at 17 under par. Finishing our day at the Wetlands in Florida with the shortest par 4 in the course, the 377-yard 18th. Water down the left shouldn't be a factor. Driver and a short iron. And a birdie is very much in the cards.
Nice.
Boy, tough to do a whole lot better than that. That ball right down the middle. Put it in a great spot off the tee. Has just 86 yards left for his second shot. See what he can do with this.
Fucking short.
It's a bit of a head turner, really. That was a green light situation from that distance, and far from the best shot I've seen today.
So this for a finishing birdie at 18.
All you have to do is start this on line and let the slope do its thing. I don't see a lot of movement in it.
Got it there, but not quite on target.
Came up short.
So he'll finish up there. It's a par here at 18. And that will go down as a final round 69. So for our featured golfer, Frank, in the mix much of the week. It'll be a top 10 finish, but maybe a chance to rue a few missed opportunities.
Depends how you look at it. I agree with you. Definitely some missed opportunities, but there's enough good there. So how do they show up next time, though? I think that's the key.
So for Frank Nobilo, Nota Begay III, and Iona Stephen, I'm Rich Lerner. We'll see you next time on EA Sports PGA Tour Golf.
You have qualified for the Arnold Palmer Invitational presented by MasterCard. All right, Arnold Palmer. That's the next one. Keep looking. All right, that's it. Routine for tomorrow. That's it. All right, good night.